Welcome to the Youth Forum Switzerland. We have the privilege of speaking here with Francisco Adán Escobar, a psychologist, basketball coach, and passionate global leader from El Salvador, who has been named one of the 50 most influential young leaders by the Global Shapers community and will be attending the World Economic Forum Annual Summit 2025. Adán, your career spans multiple fields, from psychology to basketball to global leadership. Can you tell us a bit about what drives you and how you balance these different passions?
I think that there's one common value through all is like the passion or the interest to be the best in every field possible. It's like from sports and psychology, always the drive to keep learning, keep getting better, and what better motivation to get better than to share with other people and to contribute to a better world. So I think that's the core, like not only being the best in your sport, but to have a why. Why do you do things? And when you have a higher purpose than yourself, is when you have more motivation, and is when you start connecting things and see the bigger picture. So that's, I could say, like the why, have a bigger purpose and have a strong motivation to keep growing in every field you are.
How have the skills and the values you've gained from sports contributed to your growth as a leader?
You know, I think that athletes or sports people, we are like action driven, like naturally. And I think that to have a clear goal to act or to make things happen is the key to be a good leader. Like in your community, in a work stage, like with your close friends, like with everyone, if you are action driven and you want to make things happen, is the most important thing to materialize your vision, your ideas. You can have like a lot of ideas, a lot of good intentions, but if you don't act in the reality, it never comes to life, never comes to a materialized dimension. So I think that being an athlete drives you to action, not only to you having the desire, but actually moving your body and having the energy to put your whole body into motion towards a goal. And I think that can be easily translated to any field of leadership. And when you are action driven, you can inspire people to take action as well in their own objectives and visions in their lives.
As someone deeply involved in mental health and promoting peace, what advice would you give to young people who are passionate about creating social change but might feel overwhelmed by the challenges they face?
That's a really nice question. That when you are driven towards change and helping others, it's normal that you find yourself giving more than taking care of yourself. I think that the first step is to really take care of yourself how you want to take care of others, because giving and taking action really requires a lot of energy and also requires you going through a lot of difficulties and a lot of obstacles. So taking care of yourself is the first step, and then if you feel overwhelmed because you want to make a big change in the world, remember that one step in front of the other. Don't try to make a huge difference at once because you're going to feel overwhelmed. Divide that big objective into really small steps that you can easily do so you can progressively advance, and when you look back you see how far you have come. So that will be two things: take care of yourself and then go step by step.
As a coach and leader, you have witnessed firsthand the potential of youth. What message do you have for young people here at YFS who are eager to make a difference but might be uncertain about how to start?
I think about a phrase, a quote that says, the best way to predict the future is to create it. Like, there's a lot of uncertainty in the world. We don't know what's coming next. We live in a world that is constantly evolving and quickly changing, more now than ever. So we can find ourselves in uncertain times, but the best way for you to know what's going to happen is you taking action, deliberate action, and not waiting for things to happen. You making things happen. So you don't have to be like the best at something for you to do something. You have to start from where you are and don't ask too much for permission. one think like, okay, when I do this, maybe I'm gonna be confident enough, and that they never approaches. So you have to be like, okay, what can I do now so I can make a really small impact, but that keeps me going. Like if you get on a roll, if you get into motion, then you're making change. So that will be it, like create the future you want to live in.
Thank you, Adam, for sharing your insights and journey. On behalf of YFS, we wish you the best at the World Economic Forum. Thank you for everything.
Thank you for having me here. It's a great pleasure to be sharing with you all.